All right, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever in this world it is that you are. Welcome once more to another live stream of Alexandra Mayers live page by page reading and commentary of the modern English version of the Bible. So today we're going to go into the second book of Kings once more. Today, chapter 8, which revolves around the Shunammite's land being restored, also Ben-Hadad being murdered, Jehoram, king of Judah, Ahaziah, king of Judah. And a lot of this seems to revolve around or circulate around the continued experiences of Elisha. So this should be a pretty good chapter. On a personal note, feeling good today. Have some work I need to do this evening, and then maybe late tonight I'll do a video live stream because there's some coverage of a very concerning situation that I do feel needs to be completed that specifically revolves around a minor age girl being targeted. I actually can't believe that kind of thing is actively going on in 2026, but what's most disturbing is that the people enabling the primary person who appears to be a pedophile to target this young girl, they're mothers themselves of minor age children. It's disgusting. Actually, before we begin, those of you who are listening for the right reasons, there's a woman in the world who's a public figure. Her name is Carissa Tabona. Please pray for her. Pray for her safety. Pray for her eyes to be opened to an extent when it comes to taking action when she absolutely needs to, which is now. When it comes to protecting her child, pray that law enforcement is able to clearly and quickly see the reality of her situation. And please pray that those enabling her primary male stalker, along with the male stalker himself, please pray that somehow they are completely disabled and unable to operate in life any further, because that's what's going to have to happen. Pray that somehow those monsters are completely destroyed and wiped off the face of this planet. All right, so let's go ahead and read the second book of Kings, chapter 8. The Shunammite's land restored. Then Elisha spoke to the woman whose son he had restored to life. Get up and go, you and your household, and sojourn wherever you can. For the Lord has called for a famine, and it will come on the land for 7 years. There's that number 7 again. So the woman got up and did according to the word of the man of God. She went with her household and journeyed in the land of the Philistines for 7 years. At the end of the 7 years, the woman returned from the land of the Philistines, and she went forth to appeal to the king for her house and her field. Now the king was talking with Gehazi, the servant of the man of God, saying, Tell me all the great things that Elisha has done. As he was telling the king how he had restored a dead boy's body to life, behold, the woman whose son he had restored to life started appealing to the king for her house and her land. Gehazi said, My lord king, this is the woman, and this is her son, whom Elisha restored to life. When the king questioned the woman, she told him. So the king appointed to her an official, saying, Restore all that was hers, and all the proceeds of the field from the day that she abandoned the land until now. Ben-Hadad is murdered. Then Elisha came to Damascus, while Ben-Hadad, the king of Aram, was ill, and he was told, The man of God has come here. The king said to Hazael, Take a present with you and go to meet the man of God. Inquire of the Lord, through him, saying, "Will I recover from this illness?" So Hazael went to meet him and took a present with him, all sorts of good things from Damascus, 40 camel loads. He came and stood before him and said, "Your son Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, has sent me to you, asking, 'Will I recover from this illness?'" And Elisha said to him, "Go say to him, 'You will certainly recover.' But the Lord has shown me that he will certainly die." Hazael stared at him until he was ashamed. Then the man of God wept. Hazael said, "Why are you weeping, my lord?" He said, "Because I know the evil that you will do to the Israelites. You will set their fortresses on fire. You will kill their young men with the sword. You will smash their children and rip open their pregnant women." Hazael said, "What? Is your servant a dog that he should do this great thing?" And Elisha said, "The Lord has shown me that you will be king over Aram." Then he left Elisha and went to his master, who said to him, "What did Elisha say to you?" And he said, "He told me that you will surely recover." But the next day he took a blanket, dipped it in water, and spread it on his face so that he died. And Hazael reigned in his place. Jehoram, king of Judah. In the 5th year of Joram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, Jehoram, the son of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, became king. He was 32 years old when he became king, and he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem. He walked in the way of the kings of Israel, just as the house of Ahab had done. For the daughter of Ahab was his wife. He did evil in the sight of the Lord. Yet the Lord was not willing to destroy Judah for the sake of his servant David, since he promised to give a lamp to him and his sons perpetually. So David's lineage still have favor in the eyes of God, because David did so many good things and really went the distance when it came to serving God. In his days, Edom rebelled against the rule of Judah, and they put a king over themselves. So Jehoram crossed over into Zair, all his chariots with him, and he rose at night and struck Edom and the captains of their chariots who had surrounded him. But the people fled to their tents. So Edom has been in rebellion against the rule of Judah until this day. Libnah rebelled at the same time. The rest of the deeds of Jehoram and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the annals of the kings of Judah? So Jehoram slept with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of David. Ahaziah, his son, reigned in his place. Ahaziah, king of Judah. In the 12th year of Joram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, became king. Ahaziah was 22 years old when he became king. He reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Athaliah, the daughter of Omri, king of Israel. He walked in the way of the house of Ahab and did evil in the sight of the Lord, as the house of Ahab did, for he was the son-in-law of the house of Ahab. He went with Joram, the son of Ahab, to war against Hazael, king of Aram, at Ramoth Gilead, and the Arameans struck Joram. King Joram returned to be healed in Jezreel of the wounds which the Arameans had inflicted on him at Ramah when he fought against Hazael, king of Aram. And Ahaziah, the son of Joram, king of Judah, went down to see Joram, the son of Ahab, in Jezreel, because he was ill. All right, so that chapter really just went over some of the kings and how those kings were not following what God asked them to do. No surprise there. Seriously, tomorrow we'll get into the second book of Kings, chapter 9, which goes into more accounts of the various kings, how they're killed, and whatnot. Actually, that's what chapter 9 really focuses on, the killings, the executions. Interesting. So everyone have a great day. Thank you for listening. And we will continue on our biblical journey tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.